If I'm Izaac, I want to generate bad pub as early as possible. There's very few assets, if any, in that Palana deck. So I want to try to generate bad pub, help me with my runs, install the breakers from the heap as fast as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And, yeah, Nick wastes no time. He's
There
like,
you
I've got
go.
no agendas, and I got all kinds of ice.
Take a look. Celebrity Gift coming online, getting Nick in a primo position for credits and a lot of ice in hand. And, of course, the spicy code replicator. Going to be interesting to see if that comes into play as well.
Nick, shuffle your hand so he doesn't know. Shuffle your hand, Nick.
Shuffle.
You got to shuffle that hand. He doesn't know what you got.
Shake, 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 shake. Shuffle, shuffle, shake.
Yeah, don't make it so predictable.
What's it going to be?
Oh. Is that a Anansi? No. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all such potent, spiky ice that I really don't know if Izaac would challenge that on R&D. He may just take a couple turns to get ready, and nothing is better to get ready as an Anarch than a bit of zero action.
I'm only nervous because, oh, wow.
What a great hit for
That's
Izaac.
perfect.
I've had worse drawing an immense number of cards.
That is perfect.
Oh.
Wow.
Sweet start.
Yeah, you're fine. Just dump the breakers. Just toss them. They're not even doing anything. Just get rid of them.
We have seen Anarchs all day long put up these amazing first few turns where they get all the things they need. They've got the breakers. They've got the money. They're aggressively attacking various servers. And code replicator down.
Right.
And a mining accident played there for Izaac. And Nick says, hey, man, no thank you. One bad pub is enough for me. And pays out the credits.
And, we talked about, I said this earlier, just a moment ago. I mean, I do think this bad pub is going to pay off significantly. I mean, he's going to want to make multiple runs as this ice gets really, really serious.
Yep.
Oh, wow. An early game, Nick pops down, gets an Obokata.
Oh, sweet. And we have all three centrals now secured for Nick. I'm pretty sure, actually, that was a crick put on cards, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, and there it is, the two programs off the top. Data Sucker, not necessarily one you want to see go in the bin, but in return, getting some sweet, sweet econ.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to need it. He is going to need it. Palana will tax you.
Absolutely. The ice here is no joke, no matter what breakers you're running. And while Izaac does have the capacity to start challenging, I just don't know if he's going to do it this early.
No, I don't think so either. I think, Izaac is going to credit up here. And I think the crazy thing is, even though Izaac has got the breakers, it's really weird, man. It's like, I know that he's going to be able to afford, like, let's say Nick rushes out to a remote. I know he can probably afford it, but, man, it's hard. It's going to be difficult for Izaac. I mean, just the tempo loss because, like, a card like Obokata is nuts.
Yep. Absolutely, and Nick certainly has enough cards in his deck to bait out runs with things like Rashida and NGO.
Oh, yeah.
To put Izaac in a spot where if Izaac strikes at the wrong moment, can really open up scoring window potential for Nick.
This is sick. All right. So he's got the means. He's got the means to trash. But does he want to? Does he even want to? Does he want to dabble? You want to dip his toes in there? I don't know.
So early turning wheel, also not so bad. I think he's eyeing that dirty laundry. Where does he go? All centrals and remote protected says R&D is the place. And now Nick with the questionable res here. With only 8 credits to his name.
It's like, does he want to risk the HQ being open and allowing Obokata to be accessible? I think Anansi's really good, though. I don't know.
That gives you so much flexibility.
But then he gets to Rashida. Yeah. Yeah.
And there it is. Anansi res, a huge 8 credits. That is going to be a pretty rough face check for Izaac there. That is going to do a rearrangement of R&D, a drawing of card, and then a net damage, and 3 more net damage. All sorts of brutal shenanigans. And what I love about this, too, for Nick, he gets to ensure that the top of R&D has no agendas, it is super secure, and can pick his next few turns pretty carefully.
And I think if you're Nick here, I mean, I see a celebrity gift there. Now, he knows he's got Obokata, but I mean, if he gets a celebrity gift in hand, which he looks like he's going to prioritize, he can bounce back to make sure HQ's protected and force some interesting decisions.
Yeah.
It's also great that Izaac is going to think about this. It's also great that Izaac is going to take some of this net damage. No, he won't. I'm sorry. He'll take 1.
Well, 4 for in total. The 1
Oh,
from the
gotcha.
subroutine and then 3 from the
Man.
encounter ability.
So that means that if he does run HQ, hit the Obokata,
It's going to be tough.
You can't
Yeah,
touch it.
Real tough to do that. It'll be interesting here to see if Izaac opts to pay the 2 credits to draw a card. Could get him out of range of things like Breach Dome, but
Good question.
we'll see.
Yep. All right.
Does have the bad pub, might as well make use of it to some degree. Going in for the net.
Boom.
Oh,
Wow.
big old I've had worse.
I mean, hey.
Off the top.
And look, he's got another one. He's going to generate another bad publicity. And he can't lose 5, so he has to. Oh, he's got to take more net?
Yeah, so there's 3 more from Anansi that's going to trigger there.
Hope he hits that bad pub.
Here we go. What do we got? And
he got it.
Oh,
he needed.
Endium
Wow,
Strike.
and a stim hack.
And a stim hack. That was an exceptional 3 net damage.
Yeah, that hurts.
Coming out of Nick.
He feels pretty confident about that one. You can see it in his
Yeah.
face. He's like, I know this is not a
The
good
odds
one.
were not in his favor. Certainly.
That's pretty good.
And the turning wheel come down.
Okay. Yeah. he's gonna
And the
be able
nice
to
HQ access here. 3 cards in hand. Feels pretty secure in this.
hit the Obokata, I dare you. Okay.
Just finds a Fairchild 2.0. Nick was telling us earlier in the interview that he really appreciates how taxing this ice is
Yeah.
for most decoders. Pretty solid.
Pretty solid. Hey, what does he do? Oh, okay.
Oh, another phenomenal hit for Izaac with 0. Tagging that paperclip. Oh, that is an amazingly good recovery tool for Nick. Rashida
Yeah.
in the remote there.
Insane.
It just gets him back in this game so nicely.
He gains the money. Now he's gonna celebrity gift, I believe.
Oh.
He's gonna show him. He's gonna say, "Hey, I've got an agenda."
Yep.
But are you? Or maybe he's not. Oh. Ooh.
So he could show him the
Ooh.
ice for sure. The snare,
He's not
perhaps.
gonna don't show. Yeah.
Rashida, nice.
That's what I'm talking
great.
about.
Okay, so the other non-revealed cards, of course, Snare and Obokata, presenting a really nasty threat.
Yeah. Right.
That's
great.
If Izaac challenges this HQ, could burn him.
Yeah. That's insane. How sick would it be? Nah, it's never gonna happen. How sick would it be if he uses the one counter and it's like Obokata, sure, I'll steal it. Snare. What? That would be sick. I feel bad. I would feel horrible. I would feel so bad.
Depending on the order of operations there, yeah, could be pretty.
I would feel so bad. Like,
Pretty
no,
big
why
bummer.
would you do that? All right.
What I like here about Nick's play is that he's taking his time, and
Yeah.
he was rewarded there for the big res. It cost him an HQ access, but the tempo hit so brutal that
Yeah.
I think that set Izaac back a couple turns.
Man, and as he's got credits. I mean, he's not. He's making it. Yep, It pays off again for Izaac.
Don't need it. Heads to the bin.
Yep.
Ooh.
That turntable could be handy depending on how he uses the Nisei counter. Could turn out to be really, really handy.
Turntable, a really solid threat in this particular metagame with Titan Fast Advance running around and Nisei tokens, all sorts of great targets
Oh yeah.
for that ability. All right, off the top
No, I
for
think-
Nick.
I think I saw. Was that a scarcity of resources or is that a Rashida? Okay.
And there, yeah, Scarcity, a very nice pickup. He saw an employee
Boom.
strike go in the bin earlier, so that's one fewer threat. And Ice install, very nice.
I'm assuming that was the other Rashida.
I believe so.
So good.
Yeah, really nice.
So great.
Oh, and there it is. We talked about it earlier. Find the Truth has entered the picture. Everyone knows it. Everyone sees it. And it will cost 2 additional with Scarcity, of course, but oh no. Too much revealing. Too
Oh,
much
wow.
throwing of cards.
They're so excited. They're so excited they have no idea what they're
It's
doing.
called Netrunner, not Ninja Runner. Slow down.
Netrunner, not runner. So Nick's trying to prioritize his best, trying to figure out how he's going to score this agenda. Ideally, he'd like to see a Nisei Mark II first.
Yes.
But the question is he willing to be patient for it, or does he think he can carve out the window?
I honestly feel like he needs to be slightly more patient than not, given that his credit situation only on 10 is not ideal. Anytime he goes for an agenda score here, he's going to leave himself open to a counterattack
Right.
by Izaac with all of Isaac's breakers ready to go. And Rashida, once again, doing work.
And look, hey, Nick has a fast track. I think Nick.
Oh, that is awesome. Yes.
He knows. But I still don't know if it's time. The way I look at this is that if he's got a breaker of every subtype that'll ETR, or at least do enough stuff,
Right.
I think he can slam it and jam this, and then just kind of hope that the mere act of getting all 3 breakers and then having to break, or at least 2 breakers and having to break, is going to overtax Izaac so he can't score.
So I really like this line of play. This looks like Obokata in the remote there.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
what
think it's
this
fine.
means is that no matter what, score or stolen, Nick is opening up possibilities for himself.
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
Run on archives there. The unexpected, I have to imagine, Crick. A nasty one to try and break with Black Orchestra. Of course, Crick on archives gaining 3 strength.
That helps Nick significantly, right? Like do the now just kind of calculate how he wants to go about doing this. This is great.
Enormous. I mean, that code replicator now, it gives him a score that he otherwise might not have had.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, just a fantastic piece of ice
Wow.
to hang out on archives.
That's great. Yeah. He's like, it's some more ice.
Just some stuff.
Just, you may or not remember this.
The other aspect of this Crick I really like, is if Izaac ever gets Rebirth, kind of a taxing thing for Omar. If that's the way you go.
It really is.
So doing good work here. I feel like Nick is in a solid position.
Now, the question is, though, let's say Isaac's running HQ. Now, Nick is not rezzing. Let's see if he hits a snare. Is it going to happen? And if it does, do you pay it? I don't know. And oh my good. Oh, and Nick wasting no time. Nick was like, "Hey, you're not scoring this agenda now."
Yeah, and that is,
you're not going to get this agenda.
Very, very solid line of play.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Oh.
Find the truth. We barely knew ye.
Yeah.
Never to see play.
Yeah.
On this table, and that is 3 net damage and a tag for Izaac.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, 0. Hello, 0. Double 0,
Now, is he still tagged here, or has he cleared that tag?
I didn't see him remove it. I don't know if we could necessarily go interrupt their, their game state. But I didn't see the tag. Did you see it? I didn't see.
No, I didn't catch it. That could make a difference with trashing things like turning wheel, but I believe Izaac is on 3 turning wheel, so maybe not the most relevant. Oh gosh.
He's gonna. I don't know, Nick. I think you have to score. I don't think you IPO here, Nick.
Here's the problem, though. What other economic options does he have in the near term?
Yeah,
I think it's actually not a bad idea to just take an extra turn and get back in the money.
Okay. So what, like game 2 IPO, and then both eyes are rezzed. Oh, you know what? Actually, and Izaac still would have to pay a lot of money to get in there. So this is fine.
Yeah.
Data Sucker, though. That value, we don't know.
That is pretty
It can do
nice.
a lot. It
it's
can do a lot.
Going to start to add up and give him some critical runs.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trust Nick here. I'm going to trust Izaac, and I'm going to trust Nick. I'm going to trust that Nick knows he needs the money, and Izaac has a win.
These folks have been playing these decks all day. They really know what they're doing. I'm sure they've been practicing hard for this tournament.
Oh, yeah. I
Good
trust
stuff.
you both. Nick, you got to keep him out. Izaac, you got to get in there.
Hey, everyone's a winner, and one person has to lose. So we're going to see. Ooh.
Wow. Ouch.
Big hit off of 0 there. Eero giveth and 0 taketh. Away that liberated. That being said, with scarcity on the board, liberated not looking all that appealing.
That's true.
In the short term.
Oh, man. He's running the HQ. Does Nick have another snare in hand? Oh,
quite
my goodness.
Possibly.
Okay.
Thinking
He's like,
about stuff?
As I said, I run HQ. Wait, you didn't res? I don't know what to do. I'm here.
This is some classic Netrunner going like, hey, wait a second. Why aren't you rezzing?
Oh. He's going to pop it and access multi-cards. I don't know.
Turning wheel. Let's see what happens.
Here's one.
Finds the enforced curfew and
Okay. Okay.
That's +1 for Team Dogs.
Team Dogs. Team Doggo. Stim Slack would be proud.
pretty good. Yeah, turning wheel, continuing to offer nice little opportunities for multi-access.
Yeah.
I wonder if limiting your multi-access in little bursts in this game is a reasonable way to avoid excessive damage.
Yeah, no, I can see that, especially since now he knows that Nick does have snare.
Yep.
You want to be careful.
But how
Look,
many snares
he does have it.
does he have? That is a question Izaac may be asking himself. And Nick says, all right, cool. Well,
It's time, Nick. I mean, it's your time, man.
There it is.
Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, he did score it. He just said, I'm just going to.
I think he was making change.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was worried. I was like, hold on.
All right, nice.
Excellent.
Out
Nick,
the door.
Nick, you're on the board.
3 points for Nick.
Izaac, it's your turn. Fair trade. You got to get an agenda also.
Everybody wins,
Man.
except somebody a little more. 3 points for Nick there, taking the lead, and the Nisei in hand.
It gets weird now because now I think Nick is trying to shore up HQ. He's like, I don't know if I want to. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an exciting.
I believe the HQ ice is a DNA tracker. And
Wow.
there it is. And even with Data Sucker counters, this is going to be a fairly expensive run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For Izaac. He does get some cost reduction, but still pretty costly.
Is that what, 5? Or, hold on. Even if he reduces it.
So 5 credits plus the 1 bad pub.
Okay.
And taking that.
Man. That's.
Going in
Where
for
he's
the big
accessing.
access. Here we go.
Man. Oh, this. Oh. And we got a fast track.
Just a fast track.
Well,
I like this decision to res from Nick. I think he might have been thinking for a moment,
maybe you
can
let him
I
in.
afford to pay 8 here? But now that that's online, and really we haven't been seeing a huge amount of ice destruction or anything like that.
Right.
No femmes. This is going to present a solid taxing threat for the rest of the game.
Yep. The other thing is that also, if Nick didn't even try to challenge it, he'll turntable it. You know what I mean? And we don't. I know Nick does not want that Nisei to be turntabled for his for his Obokata. He very much wants to try to protect this Nisei as much as possible, make sure it gets scored.
So, is this a challenge on R&D here? Looks like.
Okay. Okay.
Wow, so taxing.
It is.
So, 2 to install.
And wow, 6 credits.
Even with Data Sucker, this is pretty taxing.
So there's one.
So Rashida is trash off of that. So yep, players just resolving this access here and finds a future perfect.
The future
oh shoot.
Oh, he has 1 credit. Oh. So if he pays 2, he's out. Yeah. I think that's fair.
All right. Fair enough. So, yep, players just resolving this here. Izaac was only on a single credit, I believe, and that will guarantee that
he only had 1
is secure.
He only had 1 credit. I see 2 though. One is am I wrong? What?
That might have been his last click in credit there. I'm not quite sure. But now HQ.
Well, this is weird. I mean,
stuff.
I think you have to just. If you're Nick, you credit up. I don't know. This is kind of weird.
Yep. Game 3 is fine.
Yeah.
And that DNA tracker, it's going to be just taxing enough. And with Izaac on only 2, it's hard to see him challenging this pretty aggressively.
Right. Use an inject.
Oh, never mind. A stim hack off the top. Maybe this is the time for him to go hard on HQ.
It could be. Stim hack is going to be. Stim hack is a little scary though, because taking a brain damage does make you a little bit more susceptible to dying from the Obokata or from the snare.
Yep. Pretty exciting.
Okay. We got us a game. Over here.
Oh boy.
Also, it looks like Izaac does have the ability to generate more bad pub.
But where would he go to get it to a central server?
I don't know.
Yeah, you really have to punch in.
It would be a lot to do. It costs 5. Yep. It cost 5. That's hard. Yeah.
Scarcity continuing to do work.
Yeah.
We've seen it all day. Very, very strong. Current.
Man, I mean, daily cast costing 5. At that point, you're like, nah, you know what? I'll click for credits.
And that really is a risk of taking a huge run on R&D like that, is that you drop yourself below credit thresholds that otherwise you might be able to recover.
Right.
And now Izaac is delayed a turn or two to get back in this game.
That's true. That is true. Izaac needs to see a swell of economy here as soon as possible, and Nick also wants to see a big, jump. He wants to see an IPO, a hedge fund, a celebrity gift, so he can just throw this Nisei Mark II out.
Yeah, anything that would get him the security economically to res.
Oh yeah,
on the remote.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty fantastic.
He doesn't know that Izaac has a stim hack, which will help him out greatly, right? Because he's got the paperclip in archives, or in his heap.
Yep. A lot of power in one card could be what Izaac needs to snag an agenda.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Get in this game off the top for Nick. Got some thinking. Got some choices.
Where did Weird Zone? Yep, gain 3. It's almost crazy. It's like the Corp, has done this before.
Well, here's the trade-off, right? With Palana, you run this enormously taxing huge ice, but once you've rezzed it, you really have to take a couple turns to recover and get back in the game.
Yeah. E-strike.
Yep.
Okay.
Speaking of not getting economy, there's employee strike. Gonna say, Palana, no drip for you today. Oh man,
Wow.
Zero getting trash, or StimHack rather getting tracked off Zero.
I feel like that was way valuable, right? Like
Yeah.
that stim hack, given this ice, was so valuable of a card.
Really tough to lose.
Wow.
I think Nick probably feeling pretty relieved about that turn of events. And Zero, it's a risk, like with all Anarch tech.
It is.
It's
one of the most Anarch cards.
Now, using Zero turn after turn, right?
Yeah.
You get your breakers, you get your economy, but Izaac has those things.
Right.
I got to be wondering, what is he drawing for?
I don't know.
At this stage in the
I mean, he's got every breaker basically accessible to him. If he has economy, I feel like the focus should now just be trying to credit up and make some key runs is going to get him accesses. I don't know. Especially looking at that stim hack, I think I would have valued that stim hack really highly and just said, okay, maybe I don't do this here.
Yep.
But I mean, again, these guys are the masters. Like maybe they see something I don't, or a line of play I don't.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of that we have yet to see from Izaac is Rebirth.
Right.
Which, if he can find, could present him with another type of threat. That being said, without an ability to shuffle his heap, make new R&D, there could be a possibility that we go all the way to the end of his deck.
That's true.
At this rate.
That is true.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Preemptive for money.
There
money,
you go. He
money.
knows. It's what you have to do, man.
For Nick?
Go get Rashida.
Nice.
Get Rashida in there.
Why not?
Okay. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Well, we are, like you said, nearing the end of Isaac's deck here. And at one or two unfortunate snares could spell the end.
Right. And with Izaac being at 0, I mean, there's still Obokata in the deck. I'm digging this.
Pretty solid.
Oh. Now, they have 15 minutes left. So they got to step on it. They got to make some moves.
Yeah, this one certainly taking a lot longer than games we've seen earlier, but I think it's because both players are being quite careful to make good plays here. And with the ice being so taxing, it's really hard for Izaac to make more than one huge run every couple turns, if that.
It's got to be worth it, Got to be worth it when he makes it. Another E-strike. He's like, hey, stop it. Turn your ID off. And I think doesn't Nick have another current? The battle. It's just the battle of currents.
Goodness. Well, another one bites the dust. And there it is. Hey, as we thought.
There we are.
No Rebirth. Now Hollis. I'll ask you the question.
Okay.
What are you going for if you play Rebirth?
If I play Rebirth, there's only one answer. Null. I mean, have you seen me? I'm going as Null. I'm changing to Null.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately. But if I wasn't me,
Easy.
Omar. But is it even good here?
You know, it would be a pretty solid choice.
You think so?
If all the centrals are equally taxing, might as well go for the weakest one. And right now, that is Archives.
That's true.
All things considered.
Look at this. Look at this guy finding exactly what he put back in his. He said, "Gain 2, IPO, go."
Heyo.
I like
Very
it.
nice.
And I think next turn, obviously, right now, Izaac does have this economy rolling in, but I don't know if it's enough.
Right, particularly with stuff like Stim Hack offline. He does have Liberated in hand. It's going to take some more time. Yeah, I think Nick gets one more agenda out of this situation before Izaac can really answer back.
Yeah.
And that just might be what he needs.
And is that is it Marcus in Nick's remote? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if you're Nick here, I think you do slam. Well, man, look at the credits though. Is it worth the risk? Oh, he's got it. Then he's got to. You got to slam it, jam it. Sorry, Nick. This is the choice.
And Nick agrees the slam and the jam.
There you go. Yes, Nick.
Oh, awesome. So
reduce your hand.
Enforced curfew off the top there. Oh, yeah. It's going to give him a nice little credit boost. And maybe Izaac wonder, is this something that could kill?
Is this a trick?
Oh, man, and only 2 cards in hand for Izaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything nasty in that remote that could damage him? I don't know. Even something like Data Loop into Kakugo really has to be something that he respects here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, a data loop and a Kakugo would be disgusting. I would love that.
Here's the thing. We talked with Nick earlier, and in fact, we know not on Data Loop, instead on another extremely taxing piece of NBN Ice, the Eula.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
And this very well might be what is on the remote here.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's go take a look.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So the News Hound on HQ there.
Ooh, interesting.
Going to be a nice little tax going in.
Wow. So I guess, at this point, does that mean Izaac has said, I'm not even concerned about the remote?
Well, I imagine the HQ run potentially could try and draw some credits out of Nick and maybe make the remote access possible, but
sure.
Even still, exceptionally taxing. 9 credits to get through the DNA tracker.
Wow.
Like, good night. Really brutal. And the big
that
shuffle out of
so
Nick.
much. Yeah, he's done. He's like, I don't care about that. I want to know what's in HQ. But to be fair, he does have the Nisei Mark II in hand, so this could pay off.
But also a snare.
Oh, how many cards are in his hand?
I think more than 3.
Okay.
I think like 4. Something like 4.
Oh, my goodness.
There it is. Oh, the big snare. Oh. A brutal turn of events. Once again.
Okay, and he's got, but he hit the IFI worse.
By Rebirth.
But this is exactly what, Alec, you called it. You called it, Alec.
Hey.
With only 1 card remaining in his deck, it's putting Izaac in this position now where Nick can probably go sort of risky with, with an Obokata and know that Izaac can't do much. And with that, look, that's
so brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Now with a Nisei token and Izaac on mere dregs of a deck remaining, I think Nick has established an exceptionally dominant position in this game. I mean,
now that he has the Nisei Mark II, I think this is an obvious, and the credits that Izaac is doing, I think this is a slam and jam, and you wrap it up. Well, no, actually, Nick doesn't have a lot of money right now, right? He's got 4 credits.
Sure.
So he's going to need some money. Oh, and Izaac has some money also.
Yeah, Liberated there. Probably going to be one of the last economic tools he has available to him.
Yep.
And with Central's pretty well iced, he's got to find a way.
Right.
Got to find a line that gets him in there.
This has got to be awkward. Nick has the celebrity gift, but no cards.
Yeah, content to just take 3, give him a few turns of gaining credits, and he's going to have enough to fairly securely score that in the remote.
Right, right.
Really solid. Palana showing its stuff.
Absolutely.
The R&D run for Izaac. Nick considering, but not quite sure what's on the
What is? Oh,
Fairchild.
hello there.
2.0.
Sweet child of mine.
It's going to be quite
Okay.
taxing for Izaac there.
We're jumping into R&D, folks.
Yep.
We're dipping our toes in the waters. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. How many cards are left? I mean, does Izaac only have 3 or 4 cards?
It's somewhere in the realm of 3 or 4, and yes, anything, you know, obokata shaped, snare shaped, pretty rough.
Oh wow, he knows it.
Finds nothing.
Yep.
No, no value on the RNG key there. Just coming up with bupkis, as they say.
Yeah. And now it puts, again, just this weird position now where we've got no cards. And didn't we see this earlier to happen for Nick? Actually, I don't think it was against Izaac, but it was against someone else earlier today. He was wound up in the same scenario where the Anarch player he was playing against.
Yep.
Could not get cards back in his deck. In fact, maybe that was Nick's issue. I can't remember. And
yeah,
it was just painful. Oh, okay. Well, all right, Nick. Let me tell you, Nick. Let me break it down for you, bro. You want a celebrity? Okay. Okay, that's fine.
So, installing a new remote?
I don't know what's going on.
Interesting.
Why would he do that?
I was with you there on the celebrity gift. You know, with Izaac so low on credits and cards, I might be fine just securing my. Oh, I see. So back to Isaac's turn.
Interesting.
Izaac decides to go bust that remote, wide open.
Okay, that's fair.
Fine, reasonable.
Seems like a reasonable. Oh wow. Yeah, and if you're, I think he's gonna throw the Nisei down. Right.
Yeah, Nisei would start to threaten the score there.
Or Obokata. Oh. Oh, I bet that's Kakugo. Well, that's that's the right call, right? Kakugo plus that Obokata he can't touch it.
Right. Certainly, Kakugo there would shore things up.
Yeah.
Interesting to kind of slam that jam, that Obokata so quickly. It's not getting any less safe being an HQ, right? Were he not to install it, in fact, the more vulnerable agenda being Nisei. I don't know. It's an interesting line of play.
Oh, yeah.
But certainly Izaac with very few options here to get access to that. I think he needs to find agendas elsewhere fast.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The clock is ticking.
Yep.
At 4 minutes. Yep, and he knows. Kakugo's res. And it says, hey, are you going to break it and take and the paperclip is still there?
Yep, paperclip's still around, but unfortunately, with only a few cards left in hand, I think this is nearing its conclusion.
Right.
So powerful from Palana. So
Boom, boom, boom.
much power.
Yep. Sometimes all you can do. Sometimes all you can do. I think Nick is going to close it up here. No? Well, he's only got one advancement, but I mean.
Yeah, Izaac with, I believe, 3 clicks remaining, but gosh, what can you get done in that amount of time? Goodness, going for broke for 2 points. At least it will get him on the board if he finds the Nisei there, but gosh.
And he can swap for the counter if he gets it. No, unfortunately not.
And there it is.
Well done. Nice.
Wow.
All right. Wow.
Well, fantastic back and forth between these two folks. Nick really showing us that slow and steady eventually will get you there.
It's a classic story.
Classic.
It's a classic story.
Classic
Tortoise
run.
versus the hare.